Welcome to Raw Dog Gaming. This is the Raw Dog speaking, and this is another Raw impression, where I'm going to give you my first impressions of the game I've recently been playing. And today, that's Wuchang Fallen Feathers. Yep, just came out recently, so this is a very raw first impression. I've only played for about 2 hours, I'd say now, and yeah, I like this game. But then again, I'm an easy man to please. But yes, this game is really good. I've enjoyed it so far. I was a little unsure of it here and there, different things I've heard from going there, but the game is honestly really good. The graphics are good. They're not amazing. They look actually a little dated, but they're not bad. The game is still really good. For right now, the only things I would say about it, let's go into some pros and cons. Let's go into some pros and cons. So, pros. The game feels nice. It has a nice collection of weapons. You have your axe, your long sword, your straight sword, your dual swords, your spear. It has a nice collection of weapons. They work well, they flow nicely. The level up system seems to work nicely. It's got a Souls-like feel to it. Actually, it feels a lot more like Souls than other games I've played. It feels very OG Souls, which is good and bad in both ways. But let's see, let's go for more. But yeah, so the graphics aren't that great, but they're good. They're pretty standard. And the game, the game feels nice. I like how the voices are doing. The game just feels really nice. It's a good game all around so far. Now, let's go into cons. So, I would say the cons, there aren't a lot, except like I said, the graphics feel a little dated. And I would say that what I'm not enjoying right now is that the combat feels a little held in place, a little stuck, a little muddy. That's the way I would put it, yeah, a little muddy. Because, there's no block. Well, actually, I shouldn't say there is block. The block is only on certain weapons. The block is not an actual button, it's a skill for certain weapons. So you have block if you're using axe. Apparently, you can also get it in a longsword skill tree. But I'm not using either of those weapons. I'm a dual swords person, so I'm using dual swords. And I'm kind of sad that I can't block. I like being able to block. I'm not big on the whole crazy parrying thing about these days, but there isn't even a parry right yet. At least not that I have yet. There is this whole clash system that as long as I'm attacking while they're attacking and our blades clash together, it reduces some of the damage for me, which is interesting, but I haven't really noticed it too well, honestly. But anyway, I'm only 2 hours in, so I haven't noticed it much. But anyway, the point I'm getting at is that not having a block is a little annoying, but I guess I'll get used to it. There wasn't a block in Monkey King either, or Wuchang, I mean. So it's maybe the direction these games are going in, back into the days of Devil May Cry and Bayonetta, where there wasn't really a block, you just dodge, attack. But in that same manner, there's another thing I don't like about this game. It is going back to that same feeling of, those old school games like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta, where you are attacking these enemies, but they don't stagger. Now, I don't like that, especially when this game has a much more Souls-like feel to it. And you have very little health, and these guys just destroy your health and they don't take lots of damage. Well, actually, they do, but they take a good amount of damage. But there's a bunch of them, and they take a lot of your health away when they hit you. So it doesn't feel that good when I hit them and they don't stagger. And now, I get that there should be big bosses and big enemies that don't stagger. I'm okay with that. Super armor makes sense for big enemies. But your everyday standard enemy should not have super armor, in my opinion. I've always said that. So it kind of bugs me when I look at these very, first area starting enemies, and they have all this super armor coming at me, and I'm just attacking the crap out of them, and they're just taking it full front, and attacking me right through it, and it's just why? Why? I barely have enough to live through 3 attacks, and these guys are just come over here attacking right through my attacks. It's the beginning of the game. I should not be having to deal with this yet. And I barely have a chance to level up yet. So yeah, that's not the most enjoyable thing in the world. But that doesn't take away from that. The game is definitely telling you to be more aggressive. It's telling you to dodge more and try to get around them, try to attack from behind. It has this thing where if you attack from behind enough, you create a stagger opportunity, where that's really interesting. I like that. So it really is telling you to be evasive, get behind, and attack them from their blind spots. I like that. Again, what I don't like is that the game is heavily focusing on dodge like this, and the dodge is not precise. The dodge is good, it's very forgiving, but the problem with it is that you can't dodge until your attack animation is finished. you can't interrupt your own attack animations. And when the game is telling you that you have to be dodging a lot and be very precise with your dodging, when you're not allowed to dodge until your attack animation is finished, it does hamper that experience. And I would say that is a little bit frustrating. So that I don't like too much. I hope they kind of fix that in patches. I've already seen there's patches coming, so I hope that's one of the things they fix patches. One of the things they update, better dodging through animations. Because the game definitely wants you to dodge more. And if I have to wait through all my animations, speaking of that, it's Chinese martial arts. And because of that, that does make it very difficult with these animations, because a lot of Chinese martial arts are very flowing and very beautiful and have very long animations in their attacks. So my dual swords are really cool. I like them. They have a lot of hits, but they have a lot of flowing, beautiful, swinging hits that take a long time to animate. Or I guess that's the right word. But yeah, they have long animations, so I really can't dodge that well. It really bothers me, which is why I'm happy I got Clash. But anyway, I have to say it. I really hope that gets fixed a little bit. But for right now, the game is going really well. I'm having fun with it. It's enjoyable. I think it's going to continue to be a good game. So I'd say there's definitely more on the good side than on the bad side. And we'll definitely see where this game is going. It definitely has more of an OG Souls feel. Like I've already found, gone into this area, and fought a guy that, beat me up pretty well and got like a flower for it that was, nothing. The flower didn't do anything. And I was just like, oh yay, did all that for nothing. This feels like OG Dark Souls right there. So yeah, it definitely has that OG Dark Souls feel, which is good and bad. Good and bad. But the game is a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to messing around with it more. So that's the end of my raw impression for Wuchang Fallen Feathers. I hope you enjoyed. Come back and watch more and listen to more. I'll have plenty more for you, and we'll be going through more games. And like and subscribe if you're into that stuff. Hope to see you back. Later!